Hi everyone and welcome back. This is Sky coming on to talk briefly to you about the new moon in Leo happening on July 28th, 2022. I wanted to come on and make a really positive video today because we're having a lot of heavy transits right now, and it's very easy to see the difficult side. It's very easy to be involved in conflict or unsureness or some type of really even like disjointed experience. But actually we are having a period of time here during this new moon, or a certain energetic connecting point that we can connect to, that's very positive, very brilliant, and very savvy as well. So I want to talk about that in today's video, and how there is really an option to change everything for the better here with the new moon in Leo, and a great chance to kind of reinforce your own healthy, positive sense of identity by remembering the most valuable parts of you and the most valuable parts of previous experiences. So we've come now out of the Cancer season of 2022, and we've moved into Leo season. And I think for a lot of people, actually, the good stuff is already in process. Okay, so these really rewarding life pursuits, these really good business decisions, these really wonderful thoughts or plans or ideas about a more hopeful future or a more hopeful way of life comes in as a certain very generous gift during this time if we'd like to have that. So I recently made the 2022 mid-year update video, and I talked a little bit about exclaiming brilliance in that video and about reforging deeper motivation, about kind of remembering who we really are. And this particular new moon does not hit that much else in the astrology by orb. Of course, there's an argument for it being, square to the Uranus-Mars North Node in Taurus, but it will only apply up to that as it extends through Leo. Again, the new moon is happening at 5 degrees of Leo, and that's not really in orb to anything else. It's not in orb to Saturn. It's not in orb to Uranus-Mars North Node. It's not in orb to Chiron, Neptune, Pluto, or Mercury, okay? And it will build up over the next few days, but the exact point of the new moon is only in orb to Jupiter and Aries. So that's a beautiful trine. It's a beautiful welcome home for some people. Not so much physical home, but almost like energetic home, or the almost, I want to say, self-imposed caricature of home. Remembering who you are, remembering what you live for, remembering what your best style is. What a wonderful time to get a new hairstyle during this new moon in Leo. Wow. What a great time to reinvent one's essence, but this reinvention is more of a coming home than it is a reinvention. I think that a lot of people kind of remember during this time, as we're coming from a very kind of ceremonial and sentimental Cancer season, so this is shifting that, but it still kind of colors the energy. So we have this kind of like a ceremonial nature, or we have this really wonderful opportunity to connect back to something more familiar to us, or to kind of embody, because again, the sign of Leo can be a lot about embodiment of a certain essence as it comes after Cancer. So, the sign of Leo rules over royalty, it rules over nobility, it rules also over general forms of power. And a lot of that is a certain essence, or a certain caricature. Again, like, how is it that some people can evoke that? It has more to do with their essence than it does to do with anything else. And I think that we can learn a lot about our own essence during this time and reproject that in a really powerful way. So something I want to talk about also in this video is the trembling nature also that is very prevalent. So I feel that a lot of people, under the weight of the Uranus-Mars North Node conjunction, under the weight of the Pluto return of the US, under the weight of this late Saturn retrograde and oncoming Uranus retrograde, preparing for those squares to prop back up, you can hear in some people's voices a kind of trembling, and I've noticed this in almost every person that I've spoken to in a lot of circumstances. There's a kind of wavering in the voice, or there's a fear, or there is a tiredness, there's a weakness. And I feel that this new moon in Leo is re-energizing us or offering us a point to transcend that here, okay? And this could be something that extends, honestly, over the next entire year, okay? So until the next new moon in Leo, we could be in a greater journey of reclaiming our strength, of rebuilding our essence. So why is it that one's essence or one's energy, one's self or aura finds itself in a weak or more like a trembling place? Well, it's probably because people lose control of their psyche, or people lose control or succumb to anger, wrath, or delusions about what other people should be facing. So a really great little thing here is actually getting a little more selfish here with this new moon in Leo, and looking more at what we're doing, looking more at what we're creating, looking more at what we're forging, and not being so connected to other people. Because there's going to be a time, yes, from like October until like March of 2023, so October 22 to March 23, where we do have to be focused on other people, and we do have to think about, okay, how are other people coming into my life? How am I, keeping things right for me and right for other people at the same time? But we need to be facing those bigger questions with a more solid form of self, or a more solid form of personal energy and personal auric well-being. So without that healthy aura, okay, and I am currently working on some content about auric healing for you all. It's not quite finished. I wanted to really plan it out and make it really succinct. That is in the pipeline, though, because I feel like it's such an important consideration for this general time. Without this healthy aura, without this, lack of need to determine what is fair for another person, so to basically be a archetype of justice over another person's life, that seems very aurically depleting right now. And then also bypassing the needs of our own bodies, bypassing the needs of our own experience, by being over concerned with what other people say, do, or express, okay? It's an important time of coming back home. And this was over Cancer season, and there's a lot of things kind of working in tandem with this, clearing out the energetic and physical shelves, as I like to say, kind of curating the important things in your life and really archiving or making clear what is something that you treasure and value, and what isn't, and being able to kind of cycle through that in a really fair and a just way for you. So doing yourself justice with the new moon in Leo, I'm getting chills as I'm saying that. And someone out there really needs to hear this right now. Like, you've got to do yourself a justice here. Like, you've had time, okay, to kind of rest it out. You've had time to kind of just let nature, let the universe allow its contributions. And now it really is about doing yourself justice here. And it really is about you knowing like what you need to express, and what is like about you, and not just about other people. This is what I love about the new moon in Leo during this time of July every year, is it is a really uncompromising time to just get a little bit selfish and look at yourself and be rewarded for that. There are other times of the year where we have to really think about other people more, and we have to think about fairness. We have to think about balance. We have to think about what we've done and how that's affected others. But this period of time is not really like that. It's very much always a call to just get yourself in best functioning order. And that really ripples up until about Libra season, where there's a rebalancing. So Leo and Virgo season are both really wonderful times of the year to get yourself back together, because Leo gives you that self-focus, and it gives you that reward orientation for kind of curating a wonderful personal space. And then Virgo brings on the kind of daily habit, functional, routine, budgetary stuff that can help to keep that going and help to make that not just a one-hit wonder type of thing, And then once we get to Libra, yes, things start to rebalance, and we have to start focusing on other people by the time we get to Scorpio. So if you're curious about how yearly cycles work, this is a really great tidbit of information. That the Leo to Scorpio time of the year, July to November, is a time of moving from self-focus to other focus. And right now, here during this new moon, we are in the self-focus. And it's important, I think, that we are, because again, this new moon does not hit other things. At the point when it's new, the sun-moon conjunction happens at 5 degrees. Nothing else in the solar system is really there other than Jupiter, and that's wonderful. That's a wonderful benefic trine to have. So it's really a chance to distance ourselves from these greater generational quandaries, and also to not be like super affected by some sort of majorly existential or, long-running crux, and to just really check back in with us and to check back in with our new potentials. So I hope that you all get the chance to do that, and I hope that you all really enjoy this new moon in Leo. I think it would be a wonderful time for celebrations. It would be a wonderful time for doing something that you love, treating yourself to something that maybe you haven't done in a long time that you love, that's unquestionably healthy for you. That doesn't necessarily have to have the approval, scrutiny, or, energy consideration of other people. That's very vital for people because we're going to be so tied into that for quite a while, even by the time we get to Virgo season. Even part of Leo season can already start to make people think about it, which is why I think that this period of time, this new moon period, really up until like the 15th of August, it is a very complex time because there is some heavy stuff here. There's some like major rites of passages happening for some people, very Six of Swords energy here, but really leading to a wonderful smooth water too. But this period of time, like this July 25th until like August 5th window of time, and the new moon, of course, happening on the 28th, depending on your time zone, it's always kind of I don't want to call it a hard time, but it's a kind of heavy time, depending on your own chart, because also we're in like a major drought and heat wave here where I am. That depends on where you are in the world, though. So it's kind of like limited what we can really do right now. And there's also, I think, a certain ethical need to not be too reliant on other people in this heat and stuff, So I think that it's just such a great opportunity to really come back home and to look at ourselves and to look at what we are expressing, projecting for quite a ways forward here. So anyway, everyone, happy new moon in Leo. Why not light some candles? Why not work even with like the water element to offset some of this heat? But no, like really go crazy with that fire element energy and enjoy these new journeys with the expression and with the self, aside from anyone else's opinions. Okay. Anyway, everyone, I hope you have a wonderful new moon in Leo. I'm doing live premieres every Friday at 6 p.m. Pacific time on YouTube right now, so come check that out if you haven't been able to. It's a really wonderful, enjoyable, calming vibe there. Also, I'm doing weekly tea chats every Saturday on Patreon, so I'll link that below as well if you've been curious to get some premium content or if you would like to support this YouTube channel. As always, your likes, comments, and subscribes make my day, and comment below and let me know how you enjoyed the video. Happy new moon in Leo. Have a beautiful time of it. Much love. Bye.